So you got knocked on the head by a burglar, huh?
Well, actually, I did get knocked on the head by a burglar. I got shoved into some boxes and hit my head when I fell.
I see. Well, I see the officer got all your information last night. We'll try to catch that burglar, but since nothing was stolen, it's going to be difficult.
Well, I realize that, Detective, but that's not why I'm here.
It isn't?
No, don't you see, whoever's in my basement last night didn't come to steal anything from me. I think they did that to throw me off the track. Someone was trying to get to the secret room.
Curiosity seeker?
I think it was someone connected with Spencer Barfield and the Appleton Banquet.
Oh, hey, don't start that again. I told you yesterday, Mr. Wilson, it's a closed case.
But it can't be a closed case as long as there's unanswered questions.
Mr. Wilson.
Look, nobody holds you or the Appleton police in higher regard than I do, Detective. But, well, I just can't drop this. You wouldn't either if you simply considered the facts. A skeleton was found in the hidden room in my basement that had a bullet hole in it. You say it was a drifter by the name of Spencer Barfield who worked in my building in 1920. He disappeared when the Appleton Bank was robbed, a robbery you witnessed yourself.
I explained all that to you yesterday. I was knocked unconscious before I could see anything.
Yeah, you were knocked unconscious without anybody touching you.
I don't know how it happened. Everybody thinks I fainted. It just doesn't matter anymore.
But it does matter. You think Spencer robbed the bank with a mysterious partner, and the partner decided to double-cross Spencer. Shot him in the basement, and he took off with the money.
Right. All the evidence points to it. Makes sense, doesn't it?
I'm not so sure. What's become of the partner?
Look, it was 20 years ago. The money's gone. The partner's probably died of old age. Why can't you just leave well enough alone?
Well, that's a good question, and a familiar one. Why are you so against me trying to figure out this whole robbery?
Look, as a police detective, I'm against any little ice cream boy trying to take over my job and investigate murders and robberies. You know, it just always leads to trouble.
You know, normally I'd say you're right, and really no one should take the law into their own hands, but I'll certainly bow out if you don't start looking into it yourself.
Look, Mr. Wilson, I told you.
Yeah, I know. You said it was a closed case, yes. You said that time and time again. Then you leave me no choice but to exercise my right as a citizen and pursue this case until justice is done. Jamie, Dawn, come on, girls, let's go.
What happened? Did he break down and confess?
No, I didn't think he would. You know, especially since I'm not sure that he's the one who did it. Were you guys able to look up that article back at the newspaper office?
Yes, it didn't take us years long to find it as it did just a lot of class.
But it didn't make a whole lot of sense either.
Why don't we have a seat on these park benches and see what's going on?
Well, we took the headline from the Appleton Times that mysterious lady gave you yesterday. There was just like a clipping, police and car chase. Also, it was dated June 13, 1920.
Interesting.
Here, let me find my notes. It says that the police pulled a man over by the name of John Coleman. He ran a stop sign. No big deal, right?
I suppose.
Guess which police officer pulled Coleman over?
I give up.
Police rookie Ralph Davis.
Detective Davis again. Well, he sure gets around.
Yeah, but wait till you hear the rest.
Rookie Ralph Davis was getting out of his police car when John Coleman suddenly took off. Davis radioed for help and then went after him. Davis chased Coleman on the back road towards Parker's Lake until Coleman lost control of his car and ran into a tree. They took him to the hospital but was pronounced dead on arrival.
It's a really sad story.
Yes, it is.
But that's not the end. They found something in John Coleman's car.
What's that?
38 caliber pistol.
Remember? The bullet found in the skeleton was a...
38 caliber. I remember. Is it possible that Coleman is the one who killed Spencer in the basement?
It's more than possible, Mr. Wilson.
Who are you?
I'm so sorry to be eavesdropping.
Here, won't you sit down? You're the mysterious woman who gave that envelope to Rachel yesterday.
I'm one and the same.
Who are you and what does all this really mean?
I'm a stranger to you, Mr. Wilson, but I believe that you may be the key to clearing my brother's name.
Your brother?
Spencer Barfield.
Spencer Barfield was your brother?
Yeah, the police said that he didn't have any family.
They were wrong. I was the only family he ever really had. We were orphans, you understand. When my brother was discharged from the Army after the Great War, he decided that life was too short to settle down. So he kind of drifted, but he wrote to me so I would know that he was safe and happy. But then, well, one day the letters stopped and the newspaper said that he robbed a bank and took off with all the money. I just refused to believe them. My brother wasn't that kind of man. He was good and kind, but I didn't know what happened to him or where he was until I saw the news yesterday about what you found in your basement. For over 20 long years, I've searched for my missing brother, wandering and hoping. I made up my mind, didn't need to think it over. If he's gone, then that's alright. Just had to find some answers, it's his and mine. I know, but he's my brother. If I searched the whole world, I'd never look enough, 'cause he's my only relative. And that's exactly why I need him. Oh, if I end up without him, should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if they lead nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew the place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if they lead nowhere? Yeah. I built up my hopes and I ran around in circles waiting for a hint to drop or a letter in the mail. Oh, finally, could this be true? Oh, should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if they lead nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew the place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if they lead nowhere? Yeah. Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if they lead nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew the place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up or should I just keep on chasing pavements? Should I just keep on chasing pavements? Oh, should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if they lead nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew the place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if they lead nowhere? Yeah. For over 20 very long years, I've searched for my missing brother, and well, now I finally know what happened to him.
You know, I'm terribly sorry,
Miss Banquet.
You gave me that headline to get me to the article. But why? What's the connection between your brother and the gospel?
Well, my brother, in one of his last letters to me, wrote about his job as a handyman in the building that you now own.
Yeah, back then you were hungry.
Yes, he mentioned that in the letter. He also wrote of a peculiar, nervous man who frequently came there. My brother didn't trust him. Thought he was up to something. My brother wrote that the name of this man was John Coleman. He asked lots of questions about the building. He was very interested in it for some reason. My brother even caught him wandering around the basement one night, and he claimed that he was gotten lost.
Let me get this straight. Your brother caught Coleman in the basement?
Yes.
Why?
Well, my brother didn't know, but there's one important thing I haven't told you yet. Look, my brother wrote that he saw Ranger Flint talking to Coleman. My brother didn't understand why someone like a bank manager would talk to somebody like Coleman. It doesn't make much sense to me either, and I've been kind of wondering the same thing myself. I hope that you might know, Mr. Wilson.
Well, I sure don't know, but Mr. Flint might. Let's go see him.
I almost wish he wasn't at home. All that acting junk he keeps in his house is really creeps, like especially this mask.
Oh, come on, Jamie, grow up. That stuff is cool.
You guys can wait out here if you like. It'll only take a few minutes.
Are you kidding me? I don't want to miss anything.
Okay, but don't say I didn't offer.
Who is it? What do you want?
It's Robert, Mr. Flint. I needed to ask you a couple more questions.
I don't want to talk to you. Go away.
But it's about John Coleman.
What makes you think I should know anybody by that name?
You were seen with him.
When? Who saw me?
Is it true?
It might be. I want to come in. I see you're taking quite an interest in this case, aren't you, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, I am. Now, about this Coleman fellow, you knew him?
Not really. We had a business arrangement. That was it.
Oh.
Yes, I hired him as a private investigator after the bank was robbed.
Private investigator? What did you need with a private investigator?
Because there were people who thought I had something to do with this robbery, and I wanted to prove them wrong.
Huh. And how would a private investigator do? What would they do that a policeman wouldn't do?
They'd follow another cop.
What do you mean?
Follow another cop. Like I told you before, I believe it was an inside job. And I happen to believe that Detective Davis was the one who helped the robbers get in. So I hired Coleman to follow Davis to get evidence against him.
Detective Davis was the policeman who chased Coleman.
Jamie, shh.
That's right, little girl.
But that was after Coleman tried to escape.
Ha! That's what Davis thought. But I happen to believe that Coleman had found some evidence that would prove that Davis was in on the robbery.
That's why Detective Davis chased Coleman.
Jamie.
What?
That's one smart girl, Wilson. I'm glad after all these years, the truth is finally getting out.
Wow.
Now, if you three are done with your interrogation, I'm late for an auction.
An auction?
Yes, a museum in Westville is selling some 17th century artifacts, and I wouldn't miss it for a bit. Now, let me tell you again, Mr. Wilson, if you're going to follow anyone, you need to follow that detective. He's your man.